So it's this woman that came down to the room that Black, who I had on a video earlier, invited me into, who said he wanted a couple of my pain pills because he was having pains or whatever. I guess she do make the cocktails out here. And I went and purchased a cigarette off of her dude yesterday. Black was like, go to their room because they're on the end or whatever. So I went to go get one, and I don't know whatever happened. I gave him like 60 cents or whatever. And I went down to that room that Black invited me into. This is the room right here. And I went down there, 334, and she comes down here talking about, yeah, these are the different drinks I sell, or whatever. I told her no when she asked me if I wanted some, saying she's selling for $5. I gets back to the room, she make it seem like I got out on them for shortening them the dollar for how much they cigarettes is, for giving them 60 cents or whatever, like as if, and she did this remotely while I was in the room. You know, I don't have nobody in the room with me or whatever. And she tried to show me how she stood in front of me when I was sitting at this room down here with her pants on or whatever, how she swayed in. I guess trying to see if she was taking my energy because, you know, like my friend Trista, Delvon's sister Trista, who stayed down here. This is the room we was in, 316. Trista, from Erie, that stayed down here in Atlanta, was telling me that, you know, she had a lawyer for me in Clayton County, and you know, people using me, telling people that I got such good energies, and was saying something about the park downtown, the Centennial Park or something like that. So anyway, whatever they did to my stomach, this woman displayed that remotely when I got back in the room, saying that she took power from me because she showed herself as backing her butt up in my face while I was sitting down or whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, you know, she's not an ugly girl, she's a pretty girl or whatever. You know, some people may not find her as attractive. She do have a nice shape and stuff like that, but you know, you have to understand, you out here in a hotel, rather you making it or not. You know what I'm saying? So somewhere along the line, you know, even with you being that pretty, you know, or just decent, you know, something's wrong with you mentally, that you don't have, you know, the credit or a house or whatever, unless you just can't live in one. If you have a phobia or something, there's something lacking with you mentally, that you can't progress beyond a situation like this. And then you're going out your way asking me questions like, you know, why did somebody do something to your drink or something like that? Like, you know, I'm slow, or, you know what I'm saying? You don't know me from anywhere. So that was kind of blunt to even ask a question like that, you know, like as if you were going somewhere with it and you don't even know me at all. Even if you watching my life or somebody told you a rumor, you know, you made yourself feel that comfortable to ask a question like that, like you're my savior and you're out here in the hotel with me, so I should be asking you the same question. So anyway, I I sat in the room after she did this, and I did feel it, but they was trying to say I felt pain for a little bit in my stomach. It didn't stay that long, and somebody was saying they was proud that it didn't, and was saying that they know exactly why she did that and why she's mad. And then I heard her voice saying stuff about the 40 cents difference or whatever with her dude, and how I shorted them, and how you know, if I come for anything, she gonna come for me anytime, which is the same guy I put on the video earlier who said he works for BSA Security. So I went to the kitchen after I felt the pain for a second, and I was controlled to look at my Percocets, and somebody trying to say the police is trying to get me to take a Percocet because I only had took one earlier that day and didn't take no other ones, and was saying that she was used to do it. And I felt like, if you feel like I shorted your dude, even if you doing it for a come up, he worked for security and all that. It's like, what big come up could you get, even if it is some type of personal, you know what I'm saying? I just don't understand, with her seeming like she's close to my age or whatever, close to 40 or whatever. What personal enjoyment would you get out of using your beauty for another man, for your man? And then when I said this out loud to myself, voicing it, because I do speak my piece, she came through the TV, and she was trying to get me to speak out loud and to see what I had to say, being as though I do that from time to time, just trying to show that she can get me to talk about her. And I sensed that. But when I felt her come through the TV, the energy I felt was her man's energy, like as if he was saying, my girl just said she came for power. She showed her body. You know what I'm saying? He came in her defense and showed her, because she made herself out to be this dominant female and this and that. And I'm talking out loud in front of dudes like, you were doing it for the wrong reasons, because if you really was this and that, and that I'm talking out loud, and you already feel to me that you can prove a point to make me feel like I shouldn't feel pretty enough, or like she said that she's prettier than me and better than me in bed, like she was saying when she appeared in the TV, you would have never have done that. Or he would have never put you in a predicament to do that. He would have kept what y'all had in that room. So I eventually stopped talking about it or whatever. But anyway, she's been walking past my room, making noises and trying to get me to touch things afterwards, like my phone, or to try to stop my movement. Usually I think that's like, I forgot what that's called. I know like a couple of the guards in Cambridge Springs showed me that before when I was younger. Or somebody showed me them doing it. It was so long ago. I was a teenager. I might even have been younger than that, but I know that that's something that is taught that they do. So she may not, I don't know if she's doing it as opposed to she's directly with that kind of energy, or if it's installed in her from leveling off that kind of energy, but she's continuing to step up and placing attacks against me once she realized the door was open and to begin with. Now it's not about her dude. It's just about her just being blatantly disrespectful. So I'm sitting here, I'm on the toilet or whatever, after she just did that not too long ago, walked by saying, ah, or something like that. And I'm thinking, yeah, I can go out there and do something, but I'm so controlled in here with somebody manipulating my situation with my legal situation and my age, and also knowing where I would take it, and also trying to get satisfaction out of me looking some kind of way, that they're controlling my reactions a lot. So I have to fight between, just either chilling out and just recognizing, I already went in and I've already proved my point. So it's not really too much I have to do. And, anything in between that, is continuous attacks, and I can just pick any day to get on there and say this is what's been happening throughout the day, and she could be charged for it for each one. You know what I'm saying? So I've already proven my point, so I really don't have to go all out, but I'm not going to keep being no punching bag either for, what I'm saying, a chick like that who's already, disrespecting my beauty to hers and my body, and claiming she watched me have sex, and claiming she took power by backing her butt up because Sean has my eyes, talking about my men and whatever she's saying. He looked at it, and she's the type of woman that he wants. And I'm thinking to myself, even in every, part of my life, even as a young girl, I just always had my own, my look where I can honestly say I'm completely satisfied against any woman. Not saying that I was always got first choice or first pick, but I can say that I have been in some predicaments where, my ego was, you know what I'm saying? I was, felt good about things. So I'm sitting here, standing over here, you know, after she did that, I got out the toilet and ate a little bit of my fish or whatever. And Jody Winder was attacking me with her, making it seem like both of them was trying to get me to see who can get me to drink my last red dye juice that I had, the Snapple. And I was going to warm up some food, but I just, ate some cold. And then she projected to me that she's a witch anyway. So I'm eating for her, which is cold food. And she couldn't wait to get home from work so she can eat too. So I'm sitting here ignoring her. And she was like, I don't know why you getting mad, because you have security too. So I'm thinking, like, what is she talking about? Like, is she talking about my mom, or who is she talking about? But then after I was like, okay, yeah, somebody could definitely have me, you know what I'm saying? I'm going through enough, and somebody is managing me illegally. And I'm not saying it as if that's what's supposed to be done anyway. I'm saying someone is managing my body. And I acknowledge that that's what's going on in my life. And I also acknowledge that it's illegal. I'm not saying that this is what it is and I just don't know who it is. I'm just telling you that's what's going on in my life. And I know that it's not supposed to be going down. And then right shortly after she said that, she showed herself as me being in whatever she calls her quote unquote security, and I'm standing here with my food, and they showed me running to the door the way that I just did before, coming before I went into the bathroom, looking from left and right, to see if she was still near my room, to see if she's, trying to pick on me or whatever. They did a reenactment of me going back to the door while I was sitting here trying to eat. So if I do have security, you just basically confirmed that not only are they managing my body illegally, they're managing it and allowing you to put me with whatever you have to be abused with you as well, and also disrespecting me while making a profit and expecting me to be at my best for them as well, which is crazy to me. And you keeping me down. Just like tomorrow, I'll be leaving from here, and I was going to go pick some money up from my friend to pay for another week. But I'm like, I'm just going to go ahead and go to a shelter. I'm thinking in my head, talking to my mom, because I feel like it'd be a lot better than here. Like, this is right up the street from the jail. I go through the same stuff in the jail. Everybody knows that the police is up here, and that's all they've been talking about all day. This is a police area. And Victor Hill, who just got out of the feds, who ran Clayton County Jail, used to always had a cadences with the Batman symbols. And even though they took it all down in the jail, they changed the floor ups, took the Batman off. He used to always make everybody announce, this is Victor Hill, the Hilton, or something like that. So after I spoke to a human traffic attorney and she was asking me about hotels, I put two and two together from that correct law enforcement is, the ones trafficking people who are in certain predicaments, or people who don't know they're being trafficked in hotels, just from off what they're saying at the Clayton County when Victor Hill was there about the Hilton. Because that makes sense, because they're already abusing authority in the jail, and then they also have their street attitude where they feel confident, and that makes sense if you feel like you run a hotel that got all kind of entertainment and families, and you just never know who you're gonna see. So it makes sense that, what I'm saying, that they feel that they can, overstep their boundaries like that. But, I'm a consumer here, so I don't care if I was in jail or there or not. I will never accept that a correctional guard or whoever in law enforcement was taking advantage of me in my room. I'm not at the jail. I don't care if you have a future video of me in jail again, which I rebuke in the name of Jesus. But You don't get the bid off me. I live a life. You get up, you work every day. I don't care what secrets you know in society. You still have to get up and you have to go clock in to make $1 to pay your own rent. I will never accept you disrespecting me as a in my consumer rights in a hotel, no matter how sleazy it is. Looking at me as anything, like inmate or whatever. It's just I would never accept that. So anyway, the girl did that to me, and she just kept saying stuff, and I just felt that that was real disrespectful. That she talking about I'm in security and making it seem like I'm attacked. I'm not attacking anybody. If someone's making a profit, it's not me. My baby hairs fell out my hair. Even though they still there, all this stuff right here is thinner. Like I had to literally take it from, I had to take it and part it from right up here. Since I've been in this hotel, even the sides of my sideburns is not long. If you look at all my other stuff, my pictures on Facebook, recent ones, they're long, just like my grandmother who passed away at like 87, 83, Janotris Dixon, who was also an Easter Star. And she had a head full of baby hairs with, gray and white hairs when she passed away. And, that's natural for me to have that. I have a lot of her features. I have, a little bit of everybody's features. And that's what make me different. But I have a lot of my late grandmother's characteristics and her features and stuff like that. So I was trying to eat and somebody pushed me from the rack when I bent over to try to eat while this woman was disrespecting me eating cold food in front of this microwave, and which is basically their symbols, their weaponizations for microwaves and stuff like that. And from my experience of being around Freemasons and stuff like that when I was younger, those people who do have access to that kind of stuff, it is considered security. And when people do stuff like that to people, when they get attacked, from weaponization around appliances and stuff like that, the government gets readings. I don't know what kind of readings, but it tells things that's going on. So they've been disrespecting me in my room. This woman that I just showed you her room, and then she made it about herself. So I guess she dedicated a service tonight to disrespect me in order for somebody to get a reading. I don't know if it's for the hotel. I don't know if somebody programmed me to talk right now just to hear what I gotta say. If I'm being disrespected to this degree, look at my door. Like and I got a battery hanging out of it. So I don't even watch the TV. So I'm sure, there's a lot of levels of disrespect that I'm unaware of up in here. So I just wanted to just put that out there, and I'm gonna put that on my YouTube channel as well, and whatever, Facebook and stuff. But I just thought that was crazy that she's continuing to do stuff, and that she couldn't wait to get off work to claim that she wanted to eat some of my food. And when I ate it cold without microwaving it and having me attacked, rather it was her, calling herself a witch, and her, talking whatever about me recording earlier and her dude being on the video, that's what I can do. If he's in security, just like my ex-attorney said when I was in the hotel, when they was trying to say, stop recording me, he said, if there's security footages on a property, I have every right to record anything around me because I am being watched. So that's something that I have the right to do. So you see them making noises right now. It just, I felt it. I forgot what it's called. I found out what that was called too when they use their voices. It's called something, but I just felt that on my hand. And they keep on saying they're taking from my watch, and I don't have a watch. I got called Mickey Mouse before, and I got people sending me texts. Got some guy who tried to talk to me, sent me a picture of a clock and sent the word WASTE. So, and that was in here when I was in this room. This guy who works for maintenance at a apartment complex, who I talked to on the WhatsApp app or the Duo app, and we didn't end up linking that day like we were supposed to when he got off work at 5. But that's what he had text me, and that was the last day that I spoke to him.